Hi, fourth graders. We are ready for our math lesson today, and we are on m3l14. So we went a little bit backwards today, and we will be working in division word problems. So pause the video if you need to create your table of contents, and then go ahead and flip to those note pages for today. And we will get started. So again, our objective says, I can solve division word problems with remainders using an array. So a little bit different than yesterday because we are really focusing on our word problems, but through our lesson from yesterday, we are familiar with making those arrays. And so here's our first problem. It says there are 12 students in PE class separated into 4 equal teams. How many students are on each team? So I know that any word problem, I need to use the read, draw, write method. Read, draw, write. And so to read, I know I first circle my numbers and labels. 12 students, 4 teams. Now I'm going to look for math clue words to box. And I see separated, and that tells me that I need to divide. I'm going to divide those numbers, and I know that it needs to be equal. That's important in division. My question says, how many students are on each team? So now we're going to draw, and we're going to work with an array just like we did yesterday. So I see 4 equal teams, and so we have 4 ovals here, 4 groups. So just like yesterday, I'm going to now count across until I get to 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and I can stop. That worked out so nicely. I did 12 divided by 4, and now my quotient, remember that's our math word for answer to a division problem, is there are 1, 2, 3 in each circle. So now I want to be able to put that into words and understand what they were asking me. So now it says my question says, how many students are on each team? So the 4 teams, and there are how many students on a team? Yep, you are right. There are 3 students on each team. Excellent. 12 divided by 4 equals 3. Now we're going to look at that same problem. So let's read it and make sure it's the same. There are 12 students in PE class, and Mr. Rance needs 3 students on each team. How many teams can be made? Okay. Now, it's just a little bit different. So let's circle again. 12 students, 3 students on each team this time. My question, how many teams can be made? And my clue words is each, because that's important. That tells me I am going to divide. So this time I'm going to count by 3s until I get to 12. So this team has 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 team is made. 1, 2, 3. 2 teams are made. 1, 2, 3 teams are made. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now I can look to see I have 1 group, 2 teams, 3 teams, and 4 teams. My division sentence is going to be a little bit different. My picture looks the same, but my division is going to be 12 divided by 3 equals 4. Because I wanted to know how many teams could be made. So there can be 4 teams. So fourth graders, I want us to come and look back at this problem, this first one. Okay, this time the unknown part was how many students on a team. So I did not know the group size. Okay, so I'm going to say the unknown was the group size. I knew I needed 4 groups, but I did not know how big my groups would be. So sometimes in division, I am looking for the group size. But other times in division, I want to know, like this one, I didn't know how many groups I could make. So this time the unknown was the number of groups. So it's important to us to understand what I am dividing to figure out. So here it just says the same array can be used to show group size or number of groups, and we did it both ways. So reading my problem carefully is important, fourth graders. So let's flip over to that second page of our notes. All right, this one says, Christy bought 13 roses. If she put 6 roses in each vase, how many vases will she use? Will there be any flowers left over? So let's go ahead and read and code our problem. I'm going to circle my numbers. 13 roses. And then she put 6 roses in each vase. Now I'm going to underline my question. How many vases will she use? Oh, friends, there are 2 questions here. Will there be any roses left? Now I want to look for those math clue words that tell me what am I supposed to do. If she puts 6 roses in each vase, each tells me that I'm going to be passing them out and dividing. So now I know how to draw my picture. And so first she's going to put 6 roses in each vase. So I'm going to draw a group of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that could be a vase. Now my vase isn't going to be beautiful. It's just going to look like a circle. Now I need to work all the way up to 13, so I'm going to make more. I'm going to count on, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's another group of 6, so those get their own vase. Remember, I stopped at 12, and I need to get to, 13. So I can look at my picture, okay, and I can determine how many vases did Christy use. She started with 13 roses for my division sentence. She divided those 13 roses into groups of 6. That's right here in my number sentence. And she got, how many vases did she need? 1, 2 vases. And was she going to have any flowers left over? She would have 1 that didn't have a vase to be in. So my division sentence, again, I got all this information. 13 roses to start. And she divided them into groups of 6. And I was looking for how many groups. So I knew this group size was 6. What I did not know was the number of groups. And she needed 2 vases, and there would be 1 left over. Okay. Now, fourth graders, using our array is an excellent way to do our division and draw that picture. I'm going to show you 2 more strategies that you can use that will help to check your work to make sure you did our array correctly. So one of those ways is to use a number bond. So I know, I'm going to look back at my problem still, that my total number of roses, I'm so sorry. The total number of roses I had was 13. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and look and say, okay, well, I had 12 here. And the reason I get 12 is because I had 2 groups of 6. So 2 groups of 6. And that makes 12. And there was 1 left over. Now if I do 12 plus 1, that does indeed equal 13. So my number bond is a great way I can check my work. The second way I can check my work is to use a tape diagram. Okay? So I'm going to use my array, okay, and I'm going to pay attention to what I had in each group. I know that I had 6 in a group because that's what my problem told me. I had 6, and I can make another group of 6. Those 2 are the same. And then this square is darkened because this represents my remainder of 1. So this is remainder 1. And all together, my whole tape diagram represents those 13 roses. And so that's how I can use those two strategies to also show my work on those word problems. Great job today.